have 4 power plants, and we have about 60,000 trucks that come to the Hunts Point section of the South Bronx on a weekly basis. So again, when you think about, asthma, that asthma is triggered by power plants. That asthma is triggered by these 60,000 trucks. That asthma is triggered by all these waste haulers that operate in open air situations. There's diesel trucks. I mean, this is what confronts us on a daily basis, not only in the South Bronx, but places like it across the country. So then we fight. We fight and we continue to fight. And the issue is, as much as we fight, we're going to continue to fight unless we offer a different solution, a different vision. So essentially, when we think about environmental justice, when we think about urban communities, we are the point sources of global climate change. We are the canaries in that coal mine. This is why our asthma rates are so high. This is why our diabetes rates are so high. This is why our children are having to go to the hospital in the middle of the night. And you don't want your child to go run along the street when there's a semi-truck. You don't want your child to be confronted with that semi that's providing diesel exhaust. And when we think of also, again, this goes to the quote I started off with, why are we thinking about jails in the South Bronx? It's because we're not investing in schools. And Mark Twain really puts it well, is that whenever you stop a school, you're actually building a jail. When we're choosing not to invest in the future of this country, we're investing in keeping them locked up. So that's why we use the term we're greening the ghetto. What we started with when our founder, Majora Carter, started the organization, she found this vacant lot that was full of trash. As you can see, it was right on the river, but the river wasn't looking good. And through a lot of sweat equity, through a lot of work with the local community, we cleaned this up, and now look what it is today. It's a beautiful park. And we have community activities there and all sorts of events. And it spurred the vision of a South Bronx Greenway. Because the park was great, but people couldn't get safely to it. If you are fighting a semi-truck, if you are dealing with diesel exhaust, it's not an enjoyable experience to get down to the waterfront. So this spurred something larger. And what we're trying to do in the South Bronx is really link what the idea of sustainability is. So we have this new park, we're going to build a greenway, but what about jobs? If our folks are just, able to go, if they can't afford to live in the home because now it's, all different people want to come visit, we're going to get priced out. So we wanted to think about job creation. So we started a job training program. We also started thinking about green roofs. This is a new wave of technology that actually Europeans have been using for a long time. So part of our job training program now teaches folks how to design, maintain, and install green roofs. We've also taken that another step and thought about, again, this is very holistic thinking. We're thinking about how can we deal with all this trash? All this trash comes in. So when we were confronted with an individual who wanted to build a power plant, and again, we already have 4, we decided this was not a good idea. We have plenty already. So we decided to look holistically. And what we did find when we started looking holistically is that, we need jobs, we need opportunity, and we don't need the sort of development that triggers the health impacts that we're experiencing already. So what we came up with was a concept of an eco-industrial park. And this eco-industrial park will take many of the issues that we're confronted with in the South Bronx, the waste, and the high power use, and the inefficiencies. And essentially the concept behind it is that we're going to connect different types of businesses that would take waste and use it as a resource. So there's a company that would take wood that's taken out of old buildings that are destroyed, and they would reuse it